think what we're trying to do is make sports in general like equitable, right?
You're asking about transgender sporting opportunities?
Yeah.
As long as they can prove that the ground is real, they should be fine, all right?
We're talking to people about transgender athletes. Would you want to voice your opinion on the matter?
I just don't care.
You just don't care. Okay.
When you just go up to people and ask them stupid questions or play a little joke on them or something, you might want to think about their profession and maybe their hobbies. Maybe just watch the way they laugh and the way they dance, man. Because the day you spur that chicken, buddy, you're gonna need a razor.
Today we're out talking to people about transgender athletes. Any desire to voice your opinion on the matter?
My brother's one.
Do you mind getting that on camera?
Sorry, man. I probably shouldn't do it.
Okay. Have a good night then.
Not
Not on camera?
Not on camera?
Not on camera.
Well, I made up my mind, and I was like, I'm gonna go join the female ranks.
And you need to buy yourself a razor, my friend.
I will. What's up, and welcome to Fight City Gym Talk. You are here with Eric Wallin, and today we are downtown Salt Lake City, Utah, and we're asking the people, what do they think about transgenders competing in combat sports? We're talking wrestling, boxing, MMA, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai. Should transgender athletes be allowed to compete in combat sports? Not my opinion. Let's figure out what the people think. I'm with Austin here. Austin, we finally found someone to agree to talk to us. Austin, so we're talking to you about transgender athletes. What is your opinion? Should a transgender athlete be allowed to compete? And we're talking like wrestling, boxing, MMA, Muay Thai, stuff like that. What do you think?
No.
You don't think they should be able to?
Can they compete? Sure. If they are, let's see,
So
against their, right, it gets confusing, right? But
Yeah.
I would say like birth gender. Otherwise, somebody's going to get their face rearranged.
Who?
I'd say the smaller individual.
But you got to remember,
Yeah.
in combat sports, it's always weight class appropriate. So it'd be a 130-pound male versus a 130-pound male.
Hey, if they sign up for it, they knowingly go into it. I mean, maybe my opinion changes, right? Like, hey, if everybody agrees to it and they're okay with it, then sure.
Let me ask you, give you a scenario.
Okay. Yeah, please.
There's a title on the line,
Mm-hmm.
and this female has worked very hard for that title shot.
Right.
There's also another female, but she was born a man. She transitions,
Yeah.
and she's also working through that division for that same title. Should she be allowed to fight the original female who was born a female?
Great question. I would say no.
You say no. Okay. And you just straight up think it's a little unfair?
Absolutely.
Okay. Is there any other reasoning, just from devil's advocate point of view,
Sure.
that to try to prove your point, drive it home?
I mean, I think there's a physiological difference, right, between male and female. So just from a size standpoint, I mean, why did the division happen in the first place? Why
Yeah,
did people
that's a
have
good
that in the
question.
first place? So, like I said, if people sign up for it, but as far as belts, I mean, I don't think you're comparing apples to apples, so to speak.
So you're saying
Maybe the apples got removed.
we ask a born female, hey, you want to do this against a born male who is now transitioned, maybe on hormone therapy, whatever.
Right.
They both agree, there's no titles, let it happen, free country.
Sure.
Just as both consenting adults.
Yeah, both consenting adults, sure. If you want to do that, go for it.
But there's a title, there's prestige, there's money. We should leave the title, the prestige, the money alone.
I think what we're trying to do is make sports in general like equitable, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're trying to get people on a level playing field. And I just think, like I said, physiologically there's a difference in the playing field just from birth or from, let's say, post-puberty.
Right.
So
Well, these are all fantastic. I'm not out to argue with anybody. They're all fantastic
Sure.
answers. And what was your name again? Sorry.
Austin.
Austin, thank you
Yeah.
for your time.
Yeah, no problem.
Today we're out talking to people about transgender athletes. Any desire to voice your opinion on the matter?
My brother's one.
Well, do you want to talk to us about it on camera? Yeah? Can I sit next to you here? What's up, guys? I'm here with Michael. So, sorry, I'm dropping this bomb on you. We're from Fight City Gym Talk, and it's a MMA kind of YouTube channel. So not just any transgender athlete is what we're talking about, but transgender athletes that might want to compete in combat sports. We're talking wrestling, jiu-jitsu, boxing, MMA, Muay Thai, stuff like that. What's your opinion? Should a transgender athlete be allowed to compete in those types of sporting events?
They should be allowed to compete in anything they want to. I mean, what separates them from any of us?
Right.
I mean, just because of the fact that they have a different gender orientation or different look about them, who cares? I mean, people who think negatively about it and have different opinions or biased opinions about it just need to be taken out back.
Do you think it'd be unfair at all?
Oh yeah, of course it would be. I mean,
So even though it's unfair, you're still okay with it?
no, I'm not okay with it. I don't like the fact that people are categorizing others just so that they can have their own demise.
So in a perfect world, we have a male division and a female division, but you're saying maybe no female male division, we just have a one division?
Not just one division. I mean, like, look, if females want to play football, let them play football.
Right.
Okay. I mean, there are some women out there who do pack that kind of weight, and there are some women out there who don't.
Maybe I should rephrase that question. So you're saying, like, should we just eliminate women's athletics?
No.
So we still need a women's division.
Yes.
Should a male that was born male, should he be allowed to transition to female and compete in the female division?
That depends on the division. If the division has a set team or a set place where they could
Well,
over.
let's go back to combat sports. You have a guy that was born male,
Right.
transitions into female. Should he be allowed to fight a female?
That's up to the other fighter.
So she's okay with it.
Yeah, as long as she knows about it, I mean, like, it's up to her. I mean, just because the masculinity and the femininity of the body and the male body and the female body, it's all dependent on them.
No, let's say this. Let's say there's a title on the line, and this female's been working really hard to win that title. And then a transgender that was born male transitions to female. She comes in and also wants that same title, wants that same paycheck.
Okay.
Should that transitioned female be allowed to compete against the female who was born female?
That's a good question.
Because there's
I mean,
money on the line. There's a title on the line. There's prestige on the line.
Well, it's not just that. I mean, you have ethics, you have morals, you have everything that comes into play when it comes to talking about things like masculinity and femininity, brute strength. And, I mean, it's just all goes in the retrospective of who's okay with it and who's not okay with it.
Right.
So
So maybe we're kind of finding, like, if the female's okay with it competing against another female who was born a male, let it happen. But if she's not okay with it, maybe she just says no and we have to find another fight. So let me say this. Let me ask this. Should a transgender female athlete be allowed to compete for titles and money?
why wouldn't she be able to?
And so she should be allowed to fight other born females.
Yeah, if she wants to. I mean, who are we to stop anybody else from trying to make their own money? I mean,
Would that be fair to the girls who are born female?
if they wanted to have that kind of role play or that kind of way of getting money, then why the hell not?
But the only way they can get the money is they got to beat up that female who transitioned from a male. They have to beat that transgender up to get the money.
So be it.
So all goes.
I'll go.
Yeah. So
I mean,
so should we just allow females to compete in the male division?
Well, not that. I mean, like, if it comes down to it where a male going into a female or a female going into a male wants to compete in those divisions and whatnot, they already know the risk of what they're taking of going into that division. So, I mean, like, who am I to say what's right and what's wrong for them to approach that and have questions? Because there's always going to be people out there that's going to be doubtful, hateful, spiteful, and vengeful.
Right.
Doesn't matter about who I am. It's just how the good
Do you
intellect.
want to go to get in on this?
How,
Just 1 second, and when we wrap up, we'll get you in on this. Transgenders. Oh, it's gonna get hot.
of how the intellect of the way the mind works. I mean, if we had just camaraderie and respect towards
No, we're going to be
our
wrapping up
fellow
right now.
man, I mean, we'd go a long place.
Hey, buddy, I really appreciate it. It was Michael, right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. What was your name? Kizo. Say it again.
Kizo.
Kizo. Nice to meet you. I'm Eric.
How you doing?
So, we're not just talking about transgender athletes. We're talking about transgender athletes and their ability to compete in combat sports. MMA, boxing, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, stuff like that.
I don't know,
Should a
this-
transgender athlete be able to compete in those sports?
I don't know, it gets tricky. Like nowadays we live in a time to where like a lot of people think females can do what men can do, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, like some things they, they probably could. But at the end of the day, like I ain't gonna be the one to judge nobody, tell nobody what they can and can't do. So it's like, if you can do it, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's all
So
in.
you think they should be allowed to?
It's whatever, you feel me? If you can do it, you can do it, you know what I mean?
Right. What if there's a female who's been working really hard to win that title or win that money,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden a transitioned female comes in and wants to fight her for that title?
That's just the world we live in, you know. Like there's some females that act like males. There's some males that act like females. So it's like, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's just the world we live in.
So
Nothing's fair. You feel?
Statistically speaking, do you?
And they're allowing it though.
Yeah. I'd love you. What was your name again?
They're allowing.
Ryan.
Yeah.
They're
Anyway,
allowing it too,
you're
though.
asking about transgender sporting
they're allowing it.
opportunities.
Yeah.
As long as they can prove that the ground is real, they should be fine. All right.
So the males should be allowed. The
shouldn't-
born males
They should be,
transition
yeah.
should be allowed to fight females.
They need it to be.
They're allowing it too, though. You know what I mean?
Okay, so let me just ask.
They're allowing it.
I've trained martial arts most of my life. I've done really well. in
Otherwise,
professional
Do
divisions.
not call them a platypus. They seem to be offended by that.
Okay.
They do lay eggs,
Like,
apparently.
It's,
Some
it,
people do.
if it was a problem, it won't happen. So it's like obviously it's not a problem, you know.
So
And
what
I'm not
if-
I'm not gonna be the one to judge.
What if
either,
I
you know?
made up my mind and I was like, I'm gonna go join the female ranks?
Then you need to buy yourself a razor, my friend.
I will. I
Buy
would.
yourself a razor?
I would.
Okay, thanks.
But is that the requirement to buy
Yes.
myself a
Yes.
razor?
You
I
gotta
have
get-
to be clean shaven.
gotta get the
So
surgery.
they're gonna judge me on my appearance.
You gotta get the
Probably.
surgery too. You gotta cut your shit out too. You
Okay,
feel
so
me?
no, but that's not necessarily a rule. You don't have to
I
really
don't know,
cut
bro.
it
Like,
off.
you said that's
Right.
not. See, I didn't even know that. I thought transgender was like, you know, the change,
No.
changing your sex and shit. I didn't
No,
know.
so this is going down in other states where they're allowing born males to compete against born females, and we're just getting the.
I mean, I'm not mad about it. Whatever.
What are
but,
y'all
like,
looking for
some,
here exactly?
Some female, some
Just your opinion.
Some
Opinion?
men act like male. Some men act like female anyway. So it's like
Right.
if they want to do that, then that's on them. You feel me? Like that's on that individual. You know, if he wants to be known as a female, then that's on that.
I'm just
individual.
wondering, is there any sympathy for the female who's worked really hard
Yeah,
that
kinda.
now has to compete against a male?
Yeah, kind of, but that's just the
No.
world we live in. No sympathy for that. Yeah.
There is a entire
for
yes
sure.
and no problematic problem. You know, platypus hunting. Yes and no platypus hunting. No and yes involved in the no and yeses. So when you just go up to people and ask them stupid questions or play a little joke on them or something, you might want to think about their profession and maybe their hobbies. Maybe just watch the way they laugh and the way they dance, man. Because the day you spur that chicken, buddy, you're gonna need a razor. That was the most dope freestyle it was, huh?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think I understand. what
Okay,
you're
you'll work it out on the Morse code machine and the socks all the way to Texas.
But like, yeah. Like,
Okay.
That's your question.
That's my opinion,
I feel-
right there.
I feel bad for the females.
Transgender
Yeah.
sports,
No,
I
no,
told you.
no,
So the question to you now.
It's
If it's
for
a
them.
triathlon,
It's for
that
them.
means
Do
3.
you feel bad for the
I only see
females who
2.
are working hard to win, but they
Yeah.
have to compete
Are
against?
you
Yeah,
just
no,
asking for the
Of course I do at the end of the
It's
day,
like
yeah.
down the street.
But that's unfortunately that's the world we live in, to where like a female
With toilet
transgender can, you know, participate in them type of activities. So it's like, yeah, I feel bad, but what can I do at the end of the day? Like, what?
Right.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
that's what we want to do. Like, if that's your opinion, we just want to bring awareness to
Yeah,
the people.
I think God made us. You know, I'm not like homophobic or nothing. If that's what you are, that's what you are. But I think God made us specifically that way for a reason. So it's like, I wouldn't try to deviate from that or like, you know what I
Here's
mean?
my other
It's
deal,
just
too, is we
being
are
someone.
kinda busy.
I'm not like homophobic or nothing. That's just my honest opinion. You know, like that's how I feel. You know what I mean? I'm not like, yeah, if y'all do your thing, I do your thing. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't bring it to me a little bit. But if that's what y'all want to do, I respect whatever. It's not me. But I just think God made a specific way. But now time just changed, obviously, and that you know what I mean? It's not what it is now. So
Guys, I really appreciate your time.
yeah, for
Thank
sure,
you.
Appreciate it.
Yep. Do you mind getting that on camera?
Sorry, man. I probably shouldn't do it.
Okay. Have a good night then. You're 18?
Yeah, I'm 18.
Promise you're 18.
Yeah.
Okay, we got that on camera.
Yeah, I'm 18.
Nice to meet you. What was your name?
I'm Ro.
Nice to meet you, Real. I'm Eric. So today we're talking to people about transgender athletes. What's your opinion? Should they be able to compete in just sports?
No, I don't think she can compete at all. Because like it's like one of them is like physically stronger, and then one of them is like it's like genetics, you know? Like it should be biological.
So we're from a fight gym, Fight City Gym Talk, and the YouTube channel's. We're from a fight gym, Fight City. The channel is Fight City Gym Talk. So I really want to get your opinion on combat sports. Should a transgender athlete be allowed to compete in boxing, MMA, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, stuff like that?
I say get him in the ring. Yeah.
So
get him in the ring.
Did your opinion just flop right there?
It did, because like here's the thing with like football, I'd say like they would just get wrecked. Like if they're in an all men's league, or if like they were a man that transitioned to a girl was in like all women's league, you know.
Right.
But I'd say like if it was like, I feel like it should be allowed if they're transferring into the men's.
So the women can transfer into the men's.
Yeah.
So born female transitions to male, she can she can compete with the men.
Yeah. So like because like women's league is like less, so she wants to get her name out. She can have the chance to fight with other men, and she proves she's that
what
good.
if there's a born male trapped in a man's body, but is actually a female? So she transitions to a female, and she wants to compete with the other females.
No.
No?
Because like she's like genetically a male.
But that doesn't seem very fair. Aren't we going to crush her dreams?
Yeah.
But how is that fair?
I mean, it's kind of not fair. How?
Where should she compete then? Like she's got to compete somewhere.
I say change the whole thing, and like make them complete like in weight classes or like.
Well, that's how combat sports are. It's always in a weight class.
Oh, then yeah, let her play.
So let them play. So there's no structural difference in the who was born a male. His bones, his muscles, they're not different at all.
Yeah. Well, it's like they're different, but like, well, I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain, but like, I'd say me personally, that I think just women should not be playing in men's, and men should not be playing in women's.
So we're gonna go back to that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go back to that.
Where we're just like.
I'm just gonna keep it safe. I'm just gonna keep it safe and say that.
All right, man. Tell me, what was your name again?
Rel.
Terrell?
Yeah, Rel.
Rel, just R.
R-E-L.
R-E-L.
Yeah.
All right, Rel. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Nice to meet you.
Yep. Have a good night. So, do you want to voice your opinion?
No.
No?
Not at all. Are you kidding me? I have a 17-year-old daughter.
Right.
I don't have an opinion.
Well, good
I'm
for
here
you.
to learn.
Good for you. So,
Thank you for bringing the conversation up, though, because I don't know what to say.
Right. Jeremy, nice to meet you. I'm Eric.
Nice to meet you, Eric.
So, Jeremy, real quick, the question is, should transgender athletes be allowed to compete in combat sports? What do you think?
I don't see why not. But on that topic, I think that there should be a separate area where they can come together, where people can meet. And it's like not male or female, but like the best people can come in and be like, I want to compete in this.
Right.
I feel like the best are here and I want to fight here.
So, do you think the females who are the best fighters in the world, should they maybe take on the best male fighters?
I don't see why not.
You want to see, just let it happen?
I want to see, that we want to see that. We want to see the best of the best compete.
So you want to see the best male combat sport athletes fighting the best females?
Or the best trans fighting the best whoever they wish. I think it'd be interesting. I think when it comes to combat, there is no gender defining factor. It all comes down to form, technique, how they wish to approach a situation, and things like that.
Yeah.
It's not so simple as like, oh, they're trans, they're this, they're that.
It sounds like have you done martial arts before?
No, but I do a lot of research into it. I want to.
Right.
Every
You
now
ought
and
to come down to Fight City one of these days and try a free
absolutely
MMA
down.
class. So just look up Fight City. We're not far from here, West Temple, and just try a free MMA class.
Awesome.
Now, back to, is it maybe a little unfair to a female that has to compete against a male who transitions to female? Is that unfair at all?
No.
It's not unfair.
I don't think so. Because I think if they're willing to fight them, because when it comes to MMA and all that, it's an entertainment. They get to say if they want to. It all comes down to call outs, things like that.
Right.
They don't have to accept the challenge.
Right. Well, let's say there's only one title.
You're right, there is only one title.
The promotion has one female's title, and this female has been dreaming about it, working for it, doing everything she can to become a little bit better, stronger, faster. should she have to compete against a male who transitions and is now in the same division, the same weight class?
If they're same division, same weight class, I don't see a reason why not.
Right. Okay. Well, I appreciate your opinion. Anything else you want to say? That's all we're doing is we're bringing the voice of the people to the people.
Absolutely. Respect everyone, you know? Everyone deserves a chance. Everyone deserves a platform, no matter who they are. Respect them for the effort they put in.
Okay, I appreciate it. Hey, thank you. Have a good night. It doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't matter what they think. The only thing that matters, what do you think, guys? Leave a comment in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget, guys, if you need gloves, go to FightCitySLC.com and get yourself some fight gear.